Let's talk about something that Etsy just dropped, and for once, it might actually be a step in the right direction. On May 28th, Etsy released its 2024 Transparency Report, and if you're a seller, especially one who's ever had a listing taken down without explanation, an account suspension denied in 3 seconds flat, or screamed into the void during an appeal purgatory, this is for you. Because today, I'm breaking it all down. What this report actually says, what it means for you and your shop, and where I think Etsy might finally be listening to what we've been shouting since our massive Keep Etsy Human campaign back in 2022. For those who are new here, my name is Starla Moore, founder of the Handmade Alpha Academy for Etsy sellers and manager at erank.com, Etsy's most popular SEO tool. And in case you've never heard of it before, Etsy's Transparency Report is their once-a-year State of the Union on how they're enforcing their policies, such as what's getting removed, who's getting banned, and how they're keeping the marketplace safe. And this year, the big headline was precision. Etsy claims they've improved enforcement accuracy by 70% over the previous year, removing 22% more listings and suspending 1.5 times more shops that violated their new creativity standards. Which is good and bad, because Etsy's finally putting pressure on mass-produced shops, dropshippers, and scam accounts that are flooding the platform. They banned 3.5 million scam or spam accounts. That's a 9 times increase from the year before. But as you probably already know, sometimes innocent sellers get caught in the middle of these deactivations, and getting direct support from Etsy is a nightmare, especially when it comes to major account issues. However, while these cases are extremely frustrating when they do happen, they don't represent a majority. And getting rid of crappy dropship Temu junk is exactly what we've been asking for, hopefully giving legit sellers the breathing room to shine. Etsy also announced that they're introducing a listing level appeals process. Yes, you heard that right. Not just shop suspensions, but individual listings will now have an appeal option. If you're in my Facebook community, you know this has been a major pain point for several years. Sellers have reported appeals getting denied within seconds of submitting them, which made it pretty obvious that AI, not humans, were reviewing them. And we've been calling Etsy out on this for years, so the fact that Etsy's now openly acknowledging this and promising more high-touch human review is a huge deal. They even said, "We know we won't always get it right." Gasp, no, really? Look, I'm just glad that they're finally admitting it and hopefully working to improve. While I've been pretty optimistic thus far, there is a part of this update that makes me a little nervous, and I'm sure you guys are gonna agree. Because Etsy also said that they'll be using LLM-based detection to scale enforcement to more surfaces on listing pages. AKA, AI's still in the driver's seat. And while that might help to catch obvious scammers faster, we also know that AI isn't perfect. It makes mistakes, it lacks nuance, and it's the same kind of tech that's been wrongfully flagging sellers in the first place. So yes, I'm optimistic that more human review is coming, but let's stay vigilant and keep Etsy accountable, because automation without empathy is what got us into this mess to begin with. Now here's another point that I do love. Etsy's working on more detailed enforcement language, so if something in your shop does get taken down, they'll hopefully explain why. And hopefully no more cryptic, "this violates our policies" messages with zero guidance on what to fix. We asked for this back during our Keep Etsy Human campaign, so hopefully Etsy keeps up with the trend of transparency. Do I think that Etsy is magically fixed? No. Do I think this is a step in the right direction? Honestly, yeah. We're seeing real signs of Etsy acknowledging past mistakes, prioritizing human review, and giving sellers the tools, clarity, and fairness that we've been asking for. Granted, it doesn't make up for the stress that they've put legitimate sellers through in the past, especially those who were wrongfully suspended. But it may prevent things like this from happening to others, and honestly, if they follow through, this could be a turning point, not just for trust, but for the sustainability of Etsy as a platform. But as always, just remember, change comes from pressure, keep speaking up, keep asking questions, and keep advocating for a better marketplace. That's how we protect the soul of what Etsy was meant to be, a place for passion to grow, for people to support people, and a place for artistic expression to flourish while helping sellers to build sustainable businesses that they can be proud of. And hey, if you're one of those sellers with a dream of building a sustainable business, and if my direct and scientific approach to teaching connects with you, I'll actually be opening the doors to my online Etsy coaching program on June 14th, but only for 10 days. The Handmade Alpha Academy isn't a program about setting up an Etsy shop. It's an entire business mindset that will challenge you to reevaluate your business's structure and develop systems within your shop, branding, and marketing that are designed to appeal to natural psychological triggers. In fact, HAA is the only psychology-based Etsy course in the world, taking you past surface-level strategies and into the bedrock of your business. And this season, we're offering major incentives to new students, including 1 year of eRank Pro, annual access to our Alpha Holiday Bootcamp, and the Product Photography Essentials Workshop by Coach Christina Nicole. And I know taking a leap of faith is terrifying, which is why HAA includes a 30-day, zero questions asked, money-back guarantee. If you get inside and don't absolutely love the program, just send us an email and we'll refund you in full. Though the program is self-paced and students have lifetime access, limited registration only takes place from June 14th through June 24th. So if this sounds like something that you may be interested in checking out, be sure to visit the link right down here somewhere, and down below to check out our success stories and the class curriculum. Until next time, Pookie.